Hi, welcome back to Virtual Aces. I am Chase and I am your current Thursday. If you are new to this channel, this is a collab channel and there is a new theme every week. And this week the theme is pets. I thought that it would be a good thing for me to talk a little bit about things I think new and old pet owners should know or think about. So first I would like to start with my pet owner experience. I have owned gerbils for 3 years. I currently have 6 of them, and I have owned dwarf hamsters for about a year and a half. I've had a Russian dwarf and I currently have a Roborovsky. So my experience comes from gerbil and hamster communities, but I do believe that a lot of these things are similar to other pet owners as well, because these are very much people related, not related to the pets that much. So the first thing I think is very important is to do research before you get the pet. Obviously this is a bit too late if you have the pet already, but I think it's important to remember to do a lot of research before you decide to get the pet. Not only so that you don't end up buying stuff that isn't suitable for them. This is something I see a lot in gerbil and hamster communities. People buy the hamster or gerbil and then join the groups and then find out that things that they bought aren't suitable for them and they've just wasted a lot of money. So I don't think it's important only to make sure that you don't waste money on things that aren't good for them, but to make sure that the pet is actually the right one for you and that you are the right owner for the pet, because different pets have different needs and you want to make sure that you can provide the care and time and all the stuff for them that they actually need. Don't just get a pet because you think that they are super cute and you want a pet. Make sure that they are the right type of pet and that you can provide the care that they need. Second thing I think is very important is make sure you have money for the vet. I think it's very important to make sure that you are able to take the pet to the vet if they become ill. I think it's important to make sure that they get treated, they get medication if they need it, and that you are trying to make their life as comfortable as possible when they are not feeling so well. I personally would recommend saving money before you get the pet, but if you haven't done that and you already have the pet, then start saving now, because if you ever need to go to the vet, you want to make sure that you actually have the money, because you don't want to be in the position that you need to go to the vet, but you actually have no money to go there. Your pet deserves to be treated if something happens to them. And if you're in a position that you don't have a lot of money and you're not really able to save, I will put some stuff in the description box where I will talk a little bit about things that you could potentially do to help with the costs with the vet. Thirdly, I think it's very important to take other people's advice. Again, this is something I see a lot in gerbil and hamster groups. Person has a wrong kind of setup, or that is like too small or totally unsuitable for any other reason, or they have bought a product that has proven to be dangerous for the pet and they get upset when someone advises them to change the setup or use something else than the product they have bought. And the people who give the advice are not there to make you feel bad or feel shame you or judge you or anything like that. They are there to provide you advice and try to help you to improve the care that you're providing to your pet. They don't want to make you feel like a bad owner. They just want to make sure that your pet, gets the things that they need, and in some cases avoid any injuries that some products may cause. And yeah, they're not there to somehow make you feel like a bad owner or anything like that. They're not there to be a mean person. They are there to try to help you and, provide you information that they wish they had gotten early on in their pet ownership, or things that they found out later on. And I think it's very important to help people with that information. I have owned gerbils for 3 years and I still learn new things all the time, things that I can improve with my gerbils. Which leads me to my advice, sort of piece number 4, which is continue to do research on your pets. There's a lot of information, new information that comes out all the time, and I think it's important to try to keep up with that and see, what is recommended, because sometimes things that I've recommended change over the years. Something that was recommended 10 years ago is not recommended anymore. And like I said, I have owned gerbils for almost 3 years now, and even this year I've learned new things. I learned new things last year, and how I learn those things usually is by talking to other people, being on like Facebook groups, reading on forums, and just reading what other people are talking about. And that way I learn about things that I didn't think that I would need to question or change. And I think it's important to try to learn new things and find out ways you can improve the quality of the life of your pets, or how you can care a little bit better for them. And that's all I have to say about it, really. If you want to see more of my pets, you can check out my Instagram and YouTube called A Box of Treasures. I will put links in the description box for those. My YouTube channel is all about gerbil care. There's also a little bit about hamsters as well, and my Instagram account is for the pets as well. If you have any things that you would like to say to new pet owners or old pet owners, then do leave me a comment in the description box, what you think would be important to know as a pet owner or a future pet owner. And that's it from me. Do check out the other videos from this week and last week and all the other previous weeks. There's some really good videos, and do subscribe to get notifications when there's a new video up, and there should be a new video up almost every day of the week, so definitely recommend doing that. Anyway, I'll see you next week.